Welcome to the Cosmic Command Center. Seriously, go ahead and take a deep breath, settle in, and just prep your mind. I'm your guide for today's explainer, and we're going to navigate the deep space of your own consciousness. Today, we're decoding a seriously ancient mystery. We're translating esoteric philosophy into a really grounded modern map for your own empowerment. We're looking at the Archons, the cosmic loop, and most importantly, how to actually break it. Let's get into it. So think about a time recently when you tried to level up. You know, maybe you were committing to a new spiritual practice, trying to regulate your emotions better, or taking a massive leap financially. You were right on the absolute edge of a breakthrough, and then bam, out of nowhere, a strange, heady resistance just hits you. You felt suddenly exhausted, wildly distracted, or just deeply doubtful. I really want to validate that feeling for you right now, because that feeling of being stuck or pulled backward, it's real. It's a pattern. And today, we're going to look at exactly where that pattern comes from and exactly how you have the power to break it. Part 1, the invisible architecture. Now, in ancient Gnostic frameworks, Archons are described as rulers or authorities. But listen, I want you to immediately shift away from any fear-based ideas of like monsters hiding in the dark. That's not what this is. Instead, think of them as forces that keep human consciousness trapped in the lower layers of reality. They operate through things like fear, confusion, distraction, and false identity. Essentially, they're basically systemic and psychological gatekeepers. So these Archons operate through some pretty distinct roles. As gatekeepers, their main target is your attention. As managers, they go after your fear. As architects, they build up confusion. And as keepers, they walk you into a false identity. But here's the absolute crucial point. Archons don't need to physically attack you. No, if a force, a habit, or a system can hijack your attention, it can completely hijack your reality. It's a really subtle, invisible mechanism of control. If you dig into these ancient texts, you'll often get your names like the Demiurge or Yaldabaoth, and these are described as creator or ruler figures that are strictly tied to the dense material realm. Sometimes they're even called an ignorant creator that mistakenly believes it's the highest power in the entire universe. But hey, you really don't have to interpret any of this literally to get the profound message here. The core thesis is just this. Any system claiming to be the absolute only truth inherently becomes a prison, and ultimately that prison isn't a physical place, it's a loop. Section 2. The Archon Signature. Control Loops. These control loops are incredibly common. Honestly, you probably recognize them even if you've literally never used the word Archon in your life. First, there's the fear loop. You feel unsafe, so you try to micromanage and control everything around you, right? Which leads straight to burnout. Then, because you're burnt out, the fear just comes rushing back. Second is the distraction loop. You get pulled away from your purpose. You delay your work. You feel immense shame about that delay, and then that very shame fuels a craving to distract yourself even more just to numb the pain. And third is the identity trap. Telling yourself things like, I'm just not disciplined, or I always fall off the wagon, or I'm not chosen. Remember, this energy doesn't need to destroy you. It only needs to keep you repeating the exact same cycles over and over. Let's actually look at one of the most prevalent modern loops out there, the dopamine hook versus the crash. On one side, we have the quick digital hits, mindless scrolling, getting sucked into online drama, consuming impulse media, or impulse spending. It feels like a quick spike of energy. But it inevitably leads to the crash. And this crash leaves you feeling completely numb, and then that numbness creates an artificial craving to go right back to the beginning just to feel something again. It's a totally perfect self-sustaining Archon loop. To put this into a slightly larger esoteric context, some Gnostic cosmologies describe this control system through a symbolic map of layered spheres. You'll often see frameworks mentioning 12 rulers connected to the zodiac, and 7 inner powers or planetary archetypes. But the number 365, that is the ultimate key. It represents the turning wheel of time, the days of the year, the cyclical, unending repetition. It's literally the ultimate symbol of the loop. Now you might be wondering, are these literal cosmic entities floating around out there, or are they psychological archetypes, like our own inner shadows? Well, let's look at this calmly. Here's the hybrid truth. If you view them as entities, your practice requires spiritual protection and sovereignty. If you view them as archetypes, well then your practice requires shadow integration and nervous system regulation. And if you view them simply as a systemic control grid, your practice requires attention control and discipline. See what I mean? Whether they are literal, psychological, or systemic, the trap functions the exact same way. And because of that, the solution is the exact same. And that brings us to the most absolutely crucial shift we can make today in this explainer. A system of cycles traps your attention, and it just drains your energy. The getting scared of the system, that only feeds it. The real jailbreak, the true frequency of escape, is not fear, it's sovereignty. Complete, total ownership of your energy and your attention. Which brings us to section 3, the escape protocol. Okay, here are 5 totally no-fluff, highly practical steps to hack the system and break the loop. Step 1, maim it. When you feel that resistance, see it out loud. This is a loop, or this is not my highest self. Just maiming it breaks the hypnotic trance. Step 2, regulate first. The mind follows the body, guys. Take 90 seconds. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6 to 8. Relax your jaw, soften your gaze. Your nervous system is the steering wheel of your reality. Step 3, cut input for 30 minutes. No scrolling, no drama, no multitasking. Close all those random browser tabs. You literally have to starve the loop of its fuel. Step 4, take one aligned action. Write that first paragraph, clean your workspace, just go for a walk. Loops immediately collapse the very moment grounded action begins. And step 5, replace dopamine with devotion. Create before you consume. Have a solid morning ritual before you check your phone, because devotion is what builds lasting sovereignty. As you practice these steps, you actually tap into a much higher esoteric principle. The master key here is known as abraxas. If Archon energy seeks to fragment and divide your attention and your spirit, well, the ultimate antidote is integration. Abraxas represents the union of opposites. It's that inner wholeness that makes you completely solid. When your shadow and your light are fully integrated, you become practically impossible to manipulate. Section 4, reclaiming your sovereignty. I really want you to let this mantra sink in. Your power is attention. Your shield is regulation. Your weapon is aligned action. Whether the Archons are cosmic rulers, inner shadows, or just crazy digital algorithms, this right here is your ultimate toolkit. You are not at the mercy of invisible forces when you hold these 3 keys. As we close out our explainer today, I want to leave you with a reflective question. Take a close look at your own life right now. Where is your attention currently being trapped? What loop are you running today that you are finally ready to name, regulate, and break entirely out of? Thank you so much for joining me in the Cosmic Command Center today. If this decoding resonated with you and you're ready to reclaim your energy, subscribe to Code of Ascension for more spiritual decoding, manifestation, and consciousness tools. Take your power back today, and whatever you do, keep ascending. Like, comment, and subscribe to Code of Ascension for more light code insights.